Serving youth is a huge part of our mission here at Roanoke County Parks, Recreation and Tourism. But it's a pleasure and privilege when those kids give back to us, and that's exactly what's happening this spring with over 600 volunteers, our biggest group ever from Faith Christian School, coming out to help out at Explore Park. At Roanoke County Parks, Recreation and Tourism, we rely on the efforts of volunteers to keep our parks looking their best, and these efforts have grown significantly in the past few years. We're especially proud this year to have our largest ever volunteer project in our history, thanks to our friends at Faith Christian School. Joining me now is Head of School Peter Bauer. Peter, tell us about Project Faith.
Project Faith has been in existence now for 17 years. And on each day that we have a Project Faith Day, the entire school, as well as additional volunteers, they may be parents, grandparents, friends of the school, the entire population will come out and volunteer at different locations. So this will be our 17th year. So
we're talking about over 600 volunteers.
Over 600.
At one time, which is a lot of volunteers. Let's turn to the students now. You all have participated in these projects for several years now. Is this something you guys look forward to every year?
Yeah, it's definitely great because we get to reach out to the community and still have fun while working and stuff like that. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun, and we can impact the community through that.
Huge impacts. It's also an opportunity for you to get with your other classmates of different grade levels. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so every year we mix it up, seniors with kindergartners. This year we'll probably be with the juniors and some other younger grades. So it's nice to be able to work with other grades to get to know them more.
Now, Peter, it's also a fundraiser, not just a community service. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I can. So we will have our students send out letters to folks that believe in this outreach, believe in community service, and want to support them individually. So they'll go ahead and pledge a certain amount for the day. Over the last 17 years, we've raised over $2 million.
Wow.
So it has been an extremely successful fundraiser for us. But as importantly is what it means to the kids in our community.
Now, the kids are welcome to talk about this. Tell us about how volunteerism is really a part of the community life at Faith Christian. Is it an important part of giving back, an important part of what you learn through the program here?
Yeah, so we not only do we have Project Faith, but we also have other service clubs, and just not only serving people outside of the school, but people within the school, and just serving each other daily, as well as plan service projects like this.
And Peter, these are values that they can really take with them into adulthood.
Yeah, best case scenario is that it isn't just a day of service. That what they're thinking about all the time is how do they serve one another and how do they serve a community outside of things like a special day of faith.
One of the things that we find interesting is the way that you go about selecting these projects. You know, when you say 600 volunteers on paper, that seems like, oh, you know, great to have all these volunteers out there, but really logistically, not everybody can support having so many volunteers in one place. Talk about the selection process, if you want.
It starts a year ahead of time, and we begin conversations with organizations and networks that we believe may be able to direct us in the right direction. Last year, or a couple of years ago, we were at the town of Grandin, and we were at a number of different locations. Last year we were at Camp Altamar, so we were all at one location, but a very large space. So it's going to be in a location with a number of different opportunities, or at a very large space that has opportunities for all of our students.
Well, we're especially excited about this project, not only because you've selected Roanoke County and Explore Park, but because Explore Park is about to embark on a journey to really become a regional destination. How do you all feel about the legacy that your project, because you're not only going to be cleaning up, you're going to be building park benches, you're going to be painting things that fresh, you're going to be constructing new elements of regional and economic tourism here in the Valley. How do you feel about the lasting impact about that?
Yeah, I'll be excited to do it. I've never been to Explore Park, but definitely looking forward to it because I just go to a place I've never been before, and if I ever go back, just kind of seeing all the things that we did and all the work that we put in to make it a better place, it'll be really cool.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I was in on some of the early planning for Explore Park, And being an outsider, I've been here 4 years, it has always struck me that the outdoors is such a unique aspect of what makes Roanoke a place where folks will want to come from outside of the city, but also within the context of the valley. What an incredible resource, and for us to have the opportunity to help develop it is just really exciting.
And Faith Christian, likewise, is an incredible resource for Roanoke County and the Blue Ridge area at large. So thank you very much for your efforts, and we will see you out here at the end of April at Explore Park.